Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm just doing some routine plumbing work. That's better. I get asked all the time, what is the most important thing I could practice right now to get me started on my road to off-grid living? So, let's talk about it. If you have buckets, or even mid-sized satchels, full of money to throw at your off-grid living and homesteading adventure, you're going to want to get really good at making phone calls to skilled people who will do things for you, whilst at the same time sharpening your pointing finger and working on your disapproving face. But if you're like us, and you're starting out without a pot in which to make tinkle, there's one skill that'll get you further than all the other ones combined, especially if you start practicing it right now. That skill is frugality. You know, parsimoniousness. Being an epic level cheapskate. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. In the world we live in today, it can appear a lot easier to just get a construction loan to build what you need, or even to throw it on the old plastique. Truth is, when you live out in the middle of BFE, money can be a little more difficult to come by. And building up a bunch of debt sort of defeats the purpose of this type of lifestyle change. Principle among those purposes is to try and make life more affordable. Now, I've said it before, I don't care what you can do with a machine shop. I want to see what you can do with a hacksaw and a file. As an example, I want to show you a project that we're in the middle of. It's not done yet. It's getting there. Still a lot of work to do. I'm probably aware of all the things that you're going to point out. So all you armchair contractors, don't come at me. We needed another bathroom. We had a bunch of lumber laying around, most of which was salvaged from scrap that other people were throwing away. I also drove by a mill and saw a gigantic pile of slab wood out front. I pulled in and worked out a deal to get 2 trailer loads of that slab wood for 20 bucks. We used that lumber to build this structure, and we turned that slab wood into this lovely log cabin siding. The window I got for free, and it's dual pane aluminum, so you know it's good. Let's take a look inside. We sided about half of the inside with the slab wood from the outside, giving it a cozy cabin feel. The flooring we got from a local flooring store that had 3 boxes of remnants left over, and we got those boxes for $5 each. And we already had the composting toilet, which is where I do my best thinking. We needed a shower. I got this stock tank for 80 bucks and got a drain set for another 30. But what about an enclosure? Many years ago, I happened upon an entire pallet of a bunch of different tiles, none of which were enough to make an entire enclosure. So, the lovely and talented wife extraordinaire, Cari, broke up a bunch of those tiles and put together this beautiful mosaic piece. I built this cabinet out of scrap using CAD, cardboard aided design. I made this live edge countertop out of some leftover slab and finished it with some leftover epoxy from another project. And the kids almost allowed it to fully dry before putting their fingers in it and leaving their mark. And isn't that what makes doing DIY projects with children around all worth it? Years ago, at the end of a garage sale giveaway, I was gifted these lovely brass candelabras. Never could figure out what to do with them, so I lopped the bottom off of one of them and made it into a sink basin. So I still need a couple of sheets of drywall. I'm going to finish out the trim and the molding with interesting bits of finished slab scrap. And once I'm done with all of that, Meg's your grandma. We're going to have a pretty nice additional bathroom for right around $200 when everything's said and done. I think that's pretty good, all things considered. Now I realize that modern life has drilled into your head that anything worth doing is worth spending a whole lot of money on. But with a little frugality, some ingenuity, and going camping for a night or two in the land of imagination, you can have pretty much anything you want, even if you don't have buckets of money. I'm thinking, can you just follow me without moving the camera from where it is right now? Listen, I don't want my camera person in a red anthill. Do we need to move?
No, I'll just shake the camera off when we're done. I'm on a rock.
You're on a rock. This is excellent right here. This is obviously a union job.